Some mornings you wake up already tired, even after a full night of sleep. Your body moves, but your mind feels heavy, as if you are carrying something invisible. The alarm keeps ringing, reminding you that another day has started, whether you feel ready or not. You stare at the ceiling for a moment, hoping motivation will suddenly appear, but only silence answers back. Nothing bad happened yesterday, yet something inside feels heavier than it should. You begin your routine automatically, moving through familiar actions without feeling connected to them. Breakfast waits on the table, but appetite is missing. You eat because you must, not because you enjoy it. Your phone lights up with notifications, yet none of them bring excitement anymore. Online, everyone seems happy, successful, confident, their lives looking brighter than yours feels right now. Without noticing, comparison slowly begins stealing your peace. You stare at the floor quietly, and a thought slips into your mind. What if I'm already late? Everyone seems to be moving forward while you feel stuck in the same place. Maybe life is moving faster than you are. You step outside and the world immediately feels loud and fast. Cars move, people rush, conversations happen everywhere, and somehow you feel slower than everything around you. Everyone looks confident, like they know exactly where they belong, and you wonder how they figured life out while you are still searching for answers. You arrive at work or school and sit down again, not because you feel ready, but because life expects you to continue performing anyway. Tasks begin stacking up immediately. Emails, assignments, deadlines. Each one feels small alone, but together they become a quiet weight pressing on your chest. You work harder, telling yourself that maybe productivity will fix everything. If you just try more, maybe the heaviness will disappear. Hours pass and tasks finish, yet satisfaction never arrives. Instead of relief, another empty feeling replaces it. Pressure doesn't scream. It whispers quietly that you should be doing more. You should be better. You are not enough yet. You check the clock again and again, waiting for escape. The day feels long, yet strangely empty at the same time. A deep sigh escapes without permission, and suddenly you realize how long you've been pretending everything is fine. The tiredness is no longer only physical. It comes from carrying expectations, worries, and emotions no one else can see. You return home hoping rest will finally come, but the moment silence arrives, your thoughts grow louder. You sit down expecting relief, yet your mind begins replaying the entire day again. Your phone becomes an escape. You scroll without thinking, searching for distraction from feelings you cannot explain. Success stories appear again, promotions, achievements, celebrations. And quietly you ask yourself, why not me? Self-doubt grows slowly. Am I doing enough? Am I wasting time? Am I choosing the wrong path? Old conversations replay inside your head. You imagine better answers, better decisions, different outcomes. Night becomes strangely loud. No noise outside, yet your thoughts refuse to be quiet. Sleep stays far away while your brain plans tomorrow and fears everything that might go wrong. Past mistakes replay like unfinished chapters you cannot close. Then future worries arrive, asking endless questions about success, money, purpose, and whether life will ever feel stable. You sit up in the darkness and finally ask the question you have been avoiding. What is wrong with me? You look into the mirror and feel like everyone else is stronger, happier, more certain than you. Happiness feels far away, like something meant for other people living different lives. The emotional weight becomes unbearable even without a clear reason. You are tired and you don't know how to explain why. You feel alone even though millions of people exist around you right now. This silent moment becomes the lowest point, the place where many people quietly lose hope. But change rarely begins with dramatic motivation. Sometimes it starts with simply surviving another morning. You notice sunlight touching the room, something you ignored for days. You take one deep breath and realize you are still here, still trying, still moving forward. A simple glass of water feels like a small victory. Maybe healing begins with very small actions. You open the window and fresh air fills the room, reminding you that life continues no matter how heavy yesterday felt. You watch birds flying and people walking peacefully and realize the world is not rushing you as much as you believed. A quiet realization appears. Maybe you don't need to solve your entire life today. You clean your desk one small task at a time and feel control slowly returning. One small step leads to another, and suddenly movement replaces helplessness. Walking outside feels different today. The world hasn't changed, but something inside you has. You realize life feels heavy when you try carrying past, present, and future all at once. Past regrets weigh down your steps more than you ever noticed. Future worries add pressure to your shoulders. Expectations become another burden you never consciously chose to carry. Slowly, you decide to release what you cannot control anymore. With each burden released, breathing becomes easier and your steps feel lighter. Life itself did not change overnight. You simply changed how you carried it. Healing happens quietly through small decisions repeated every day. This story is not fictional. It represents real people living real lives everywhere. Students, workers, parents, and creators all carry emotional weight they rarely talk about. Psychologists call this modern burnout, a shared human experience in today's fast world. Even successful people you admire quietly face the same inner struggles. Life feels heavy not because you are weak, but because you care, you try, and you keep going. So if life feels heavy today, don't rush. Just take one step forward, one breath, one day at a time. And if this story felt real to you, subscribe to Explore a Space, where real stories remind you that you are never alone.